So I realized I probably should have started recording this when I started cooking last night, but I didn't. What I have here is 2 pork roasts. I got the pork roasts at Costco and I seasoned them with onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and paprika. I seared them off in my favorite pan and I put them both in the slow cooker. They do fit. It was very, very full. I added an extra 2 cups of water to it and I cook on low for 12 hours, and I pulled it apart this morning, and this is what I have. So I'm going to finish this off in my pan. I'm going to fry up some onion and some garlic. I got canned tomatoes this time for convenience, and a can of roasted chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. It's going to give it some heat. My boys like the pepper, so we'll see how this one turns out because I haven't actually used this in a while, but I'm feeling like it today. So I've got my onions frying in a little olive oil and I season them with just a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm going to cook these down a little bit and then I'm going to add my crushed garlic because I do find when I put the garlic in right away with the onions, it tends to burn or overcook. Which I don't want. I want it cooked, but I don't want it overcooked, so I'll add that in a couple of minutes. Okay, my onions are cooked until they're translucent. They're not quite brown, which is what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and cook up this garlic that I've added in here. Just kind of wanted to show you that step. And then I will add the tomatoes and the chipotle peppers. So I'm happy with the way this looks right now. That only took a couple of minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add in all of the canned diced tomatoes instead of roasting them myself in the oven. And I'm going to sweat that down a little bit. So I decided to add just about half of the can of the chipotle chilies because, as I've said before, I don't really like things too spicy. And I haven't used these in a while, so I can't quite remember how spicy it's going to turn out. So we're just going to do half this time and kind of see how it goes. I'm going to break these up a little bit in the tomatoes while they're cooking, so it'll disperse more in between the sauce. And I used a couple of spatulas just to break up the chilies, so you can sort of see the seeds that are in there now. I just kind of wanted to show you this step as well. I'm going to mix it all together now and sweat out some more of the water. And I tasted the sauce and decided I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the can of chilies. So the boys won't mind if it's a little bit spicier. Let's see how this turns out. I'm going to break these up like I did the first set. And I decided I'm going to add a little pack of my chicken oxo because we know I like to use that for flavor. So why not? I'm just going to mix this up and then I'm going to add in the pork. Look at that, you guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do now that everything's all mixed is I'm going to actually take this out of my pot, put it back into my roasting pan that I had it in, and then I'm going to fry off little sections of it because I kind of want it crispy on one side. I'm going to go ahead and flip this and see if it's nice and crispy on one side. Yes! Awesome. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not holding the phone very well. I'm going to fry off the rest of this. And then it's going to be ready to serve. So besides the mess in my kitchen, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze some fresh lime over top of it and some cilantro and mix that in. And I'm going to have a little bit for my lunch. Hope you enjoyed watching my recipe.